A very warm welcome to this video where we are going to discuss how the month of September 2022 is going to be for people who are born in the Libra sign. When I say the Libra sign, I mean that when they were born, either the planet Moon or their ascendant fell in the Libra sign. First of all, let us see how the planets are placed in your horoscope in September 22. So, in your first house, we have Ketu. In the fourth house, we have retrograde Saturn. In the sixth house, we have retrograde Jupiter. In the seventh house, we have the presence of Rahu. And in the eighth house, we have the presence of Mars. Also, moving ahead, in the 11th house, we have Venus and Sun. And finally, in the 12th house, we have Mercury. So let us see what all this means for you. Starting with the luck factor. So we gauge the luck factor from the 9th house, and the owner of the 9th house is Mercury, which is there in the 12th house and which is exalted, and therefore luck is on your side in this month. It is also aspected by Jupiter, which is showing signs of providence, signs of beneficence falling on you. So whatever plan you had made, you can just go ahead and do it because luck is favoring you. You'll have to do less effort and you will have more gains. As far as health is concerned, Ketu is there in the ascendant, and therefore a little bit dilly-dally situation can be there as regards health. There can be back pain, there can be foot pain, there can be hormonal issues, and in order to make sure that these are quenched, these are remedied, you can do the Beej mantra of Ketu, which is Om Sram Srim Sram Sa Ketve Namah. Once again, Om Sram Srim Sram Sa Ketve Namah 108 times every day, probably during the morning hours before sunrise. And if not possible, then during the evening hours when the sun sets. As regards your love life, in the 5th house, there is no planet, but Venus and Sun are aspecting it, and therefore it is good as far as your love life is concerned. But since Saturn is placed in the 4th house, so we can say the love life is average. Now moving on to education, since Saturn is retrograde and it is the owner of the 5th house, which represents education. So education is this month is not very good for education, which means that in case you are planning to take an exam, it is better that you take the exam after Saturn gets in the direct motion and comes in the 5th house or in the 5th sign. You'll have to focus more, you'll take more time to grasp the things which you are studying, and the result will be a little less than what you initially expect. Moving on to career. Now here, Saturn is watching the 10th house, is aspecting the 10th house, and because of that, it is a good time for career. So, in case you were planning to apply for a job, it is a good time. You can get jobs in this particular month. Also, it is a good time for business because in the 7th house, it is Rahu. So, in case you are into IT business or you are into computer, IT, gas-related products, software sector. So all these professions, September 22 is very good for them. However, in case you're in any other business, then you are going to meet people who have less of substance than of form. So you will see that they are very nice to talk to. They are carrying they have luxurious cars, luxurious houses. However, when it comes to the actually delivering the promises, they will fall short. So it is important that you delay any important decisions regarding entering into new business till the time when Rahu moves on to the next sign, that is, it moves in the reverse sign, so now it will move on to Pisces. But there are still a few months to go. Now, as regards the marriage prospects, now we see that the Rahu in the 7th house, of course, is not very good for marital relationships because it creates a lot of differences between spouses because of doubt. So, and coupled up with Mars in the 8th house, it can lead to arguments, and in order to see that it doesn't so happen, then you can visit Hanuman temple on Tuesdays and offer laddus to Hanumanji. Or what you can do is you can have some rainwater or some normal water placed on your terrace if you have a terrace Finally, if you can't do any of these two things, then you can do the Ketu Japa, and that is Om Bhram Bhrim Bhram Sarahve Namah, Om Bhram Bhrim Bhram Sarahve Namah, 108 times every day during the twilight hours. And apart from all this, the month of September brings two tremendous opportunities for you. The first opportunity is in the shape of the Shraddh Paksh. Now the Shraddh Paksh is very helpful if you want to pay your respects to the family members who have just passed on to the heavens. If you want to do some remedies regarding ancestral dosh or the Pitri dosh or the Nag dosh or the serpent dosh, in case there are some genetic issues which you are suffering from, then this is a special opportunity for you, the Shraddh Paksh, which happens from the 10th of September to the 25th of September, and I have made a separate video on it. The next opportunity which you have is of Navratras, which will happen from the 26th of September to the 5th of October. And in case you are planning to open up a new business, or you want to grow your business, or your business is suddenly facing some downfall in the sense that you're not getting enough customers, then this is the right time to perform certain remedies to take use of these Navratras. Again, I have made a separate video on this which you can watch and get to know about what can be done in order to make sure that you are using this opportunity to your advantage. Now, the God showered their choicest blessings on you this month in the shape of Shri Mahalakshmi Vrat on the 3rd of September, also Radha Ashtami on the 3rd of September, especially for those who are love couples or who want to fall in love. This is a great day to do something. And then Ajal Chaturdashi on the 9th of September and Ekadashi Vrat on the 21st of September. Now the planetary changes which are happening this September are that the Mercury is getting retrograde on the 11th of September. So if there are some important documents which you have to file, some important examinations which you have to take, then it is better that we do that before the 11th of September. Again, Venus is getting combust owing to its nearness to the Sun from the 15th of September. So if you have to give some love proposals, if you have to purchase some luxurious things like cars, etc., then it is better that if you do that before the 15th of September. On the 17th of September, Sun enters Virgo. It is called Sakranti, and it is very good for fasting or donating. So if you are planning to donate something, 17th of September is a special day for you. 23rd of September is when Mars enters the star of Rohini, which will calm it down. So in case there are anger tantrums in the house and they're flying everywhere in the house, they will get a little cooled down. Finally, on the 24th of September, Venus moves on to its debilitation sign of Virgo. However, since Mercury is also present there, so it is going to form a Neech Bhang Raj Yoga. So, apart from these planetary changes, there are certain planetary combos, the Graha Yogas, which are happening this month. So the Gaj Kesari Yoga, which is the combination of Moon and Jupiter, which is good, generally good for anything pious to be done, happens on the 5th and the 6th, the 11th and the 12th, the 18th and the 19th, and again the 25th, the 26th and the 27th of September. The Mahalakshmi Yoga, which is formed by the combination of Moon and Mars, happens on the 15th, 16th and 17th of September. The Buddha Aditya Yoga, good for study, examination, business, happens 17 September onwards, and the Lakshmi Narayan Yoga, that happens with the combination of Mercury and Venus, starts from the 24th of September. Now, apart from this, the harvest full moon happens on the 10th of September, which is always a good day for doing or starting anything positive. And the new moon happens on the 25th of September, which is a very important day for doing any kind of remedial work or anything which is cruel in nature. Okay, so this is all I've got for you for the month of September. However, don't forget to watch the videos on the Shraddh Paksh and the Navratras. Until we meet the next time, may beneficence shower on you and take good care of yourself. This is Prabal Frank Nandwani signing off.